Hi, I'm Jason and I'm a wildlife photography hobbyist. I've been enjoying this amazing hobby now for nearly 5 years. Nothing beats getting outside into nature after the stresses of the work week and other things that impact our mental states. Being out in nature, surrounded by its beauty, the peace and tranquility is my own therapy, my nature therapy. I decided to attempt to document my visits throughout the year at my favourite location, Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge in Sandbridge, Virginia Beach. This would allow us to view the refuge throughout the change of seasons and how it impacts the wildlife that call it home. If that sounds of interest to you, please consider subscribing to the channel. Feel free to drop me a comment with any questions you may have or let me know about your own visits to the refuge. And if you enjoyed the videos, please give them a like to help the YouTube algorithm push the channel out further. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the video. Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Now I'm here at the refuge. It's Saturday morning. It's about 63, 64 degrees at the moment. So nice and cool, slight breeze. The boardwalks are really wet, so I'll take it a bit slow. Don't want to do the old arse over tit routine. That'd be pretty embarrassing. So we're going to go for a walk around this morning. It's supposed to warm up to about 75, 76 degrees. So be a nice day. Not supposed to be windy or anything. So I'm going to make my way down Raptor Trail, head on down to the retention pool, see if there's anything around there this morning. And I've just walked through a cobweb. Oh, all over me now. Oh well, I'll be feeling that for a while. Anyway, let's head on down here, see if there's anything around. And then we'll walk on down towards the west side, maybe the east side as well. So off we go. Have a fabulous morning. Beautiful weather, nice blue sky. So let's make the most of it. Well, there's plenty of these beautiful yellow garden spiders here this morning, all the way down Raptor Trail. Their colours are just glistening in the early morning light. So I'm going to try and get a few shots from different angles. Show you just how beautiful these are. Well, there's a nice stunning view for you across the retention lake as the sun's coming up. I did scare a great blue heron just now as I was walking down the boardwalk. Doesn't seem to be much else down here at the moment, so I'm going to go and walk around the rest of the refuge. And like normal, I'll come back down here a bit later when it's warmed up a bit. And with a bit of luck, we might see some snakes then. So, but for now, let's go for a walk down the refuge. Well, I'm heading down the west side this morning, see what's down here. And oh, there's a female cardinal up there on the top of the tree, looking beautiful in this early morning light. So I'll try and get a few photos, hopefully a bit of footage before she flies away. I love it when things come together like that. So many times you see something, get ready to take some photos or a bit of footage, and by the time you get set up for it, it's gone. But that female cardinal was just sitting up there on the top of the tree, happily posed for some photos, got some nice footage as well. Some great morning light too, so nice start to the day. I'll carry on walking down this side of the refuge for now. It's starting to get a bit humid now the sun's up. There's a lot of moisture around too, lots of morning dew on the grass and reeds. Looks really pretty in the morning light. Now it's really not the best time of the morning to be laying on the ground because it's so wet, but sometimes you've got to do these things to get the shots. Now there's a juvenile cottonmouth just up here on the edge of the trail, and with all this morning dew on the ground, it's surrounding it in the grass. Looks really nice. So I'm going to try and get a few shots. Now I ended up a bit wet and dirty from a trouble, but that was well worth getting down on the ground early in the morning. That sunlight coming down against the Cottonmouth turned out to be some really nice shots. All that morning dew around it kind of looked like it was raining on it, so I'm pleased with that. So I'm just going to walk along the reed beds, see if there's anything along here. Always worth looking out for. Now, as I mentioned just now, these reed beds are always worth checking out as you come through, especially this time of year. It's like a whole new world of insects inside there. I mean, you can see green tree frogs as well. There's a little tiny one just here. That's really cool. Little beautiful one. Probably not even an inch in length. Little baby. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, just check out the reed beds. There's all kinds of insects and beautiful creatures down here. So don't ignore it. Have a look through. I'm going to grab a quick shot of this tree frog, and then we'll see if we can find any other little critters in here as well. And if I find some, I'll get a few shots if I can, and I'll put them up for you. Let's give it a go. But that was a nice productive shoot there in the reed beds. Managed to get quite a few things, as well as that little tree frog as well, which you got from a few different angles. I couldn't even tell you what half of those were, to be honest. I'm going to have to look those up before I make the video. Anyway, I've got a great egret up here on the left, hunting through the reeds. Let's see if we can get a bit of footage. Well, we've got a bit of footage there of a great egret. Also managed to get a few shots of a few things that were... Oh, but it seemed like everything was happening at once there. I was just talking about what we just seen, and a little pie-billed grebe come flying down. And as soon as it landed in the water, it just dived straight under. Tried following it down a bit, but every time it popped up, it went down again. So I wasn't able to get any shots or footage of it, but that was a nice surprise. Now, as I was saying before that happened, I managed to get a bit of footage of the great egret before it flew off. Also managed to get some shots of some insects and that, as well as that green tree frog in the reeds. So like I say, always check out the reed beds. Be surprised what you can find. If you've got yourself a little macro lens, you can get some really nice up-close shots. Unlike myself with the Sigma, because obviously that's got like a minimum focus distance of about 9 feet, so you have to stand back a bit, but you get zoomed in, crop into it and post, you can get some nice detail on them shots. So very reliable lens, Sigma 150 to 600. Definitely recommend it for wildlife photography, especially with the price of it as well. Of course I'd like something a bit better, but you know, I try and make the most of it. I've been using it now for 5 years, so managed to get some nice shots with it, so I'm very pleased with it. So if you're looking for a nice lens with a bit of length on it, and you're on a bit of a budget, you can find that for probably around $800 if you're lucky. Try and find it on sale. Anyway, I'm going to head over to the east side before I go down the West Dyke Trail, see if anything's down there. Now, I don't know if the mic's going to pick it up or not, but we've got a wave of cicadas going off over here. Let's try and get a bit closer. They're up here in the tree. Can't actually see them, but you can definitely hear them. And there goes the wave. Funny little guys. He's revving up again now. That's pretty mad. Anyway, let's carry on down this way. Now, I'm just thinking to myself, I haven't seen any dragonflies this morning, but just saw a female eastern pond hawk, so they're still around. So, oh, there's a turkey vulture up here on the pole. I'm gonna sneak back a bit, try and get some shots against this beautiful blue background. But that worked out nicely. You can see how blue the sky is. Just managed to get some shots of that turkey vulture before it flew off. So I'm going to make my way around to the wildlife lookout now. If I don't see anything now, I'm still going to have a sit down. Say the heat has come up now. It's very humid as well. So time for a charge up the phone and myself. This old boy needs some water. Now there's a tiny little spider here. And an osprey going off in the background. Do you mind, mate? I'm trying to record here. Thank you. Anyway, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this little guy is called an orb weaver. An orchard web orber weaver. What a mouthful that is. Anyway, I'm going to find out for sure what it is, and then I'll put it up on the screen. Anyway, I'm going to try and get a few shots with the main camera. It's going to be a bit awkward because this thing is absolutely tiny, but I might be able to get zoomed in on it and then crop in on the photo and edit in post. So we'll see what we can do. I'm definitely not going to try and pronounce its name again. Anyway, I'll put it up on the screen once I find out for sure what it is. Now, unlike the other one, this one's actually in focus, so gives you a better look at it. They're tiny little things. Oh, off it goes. Let's try and get it back again. Anyway, they're like a translucent green colour. Really tiny little things. Really pretty markings on their abdomen as well. So you can see this one a bit better because that first footage I got was absolutely terrible. I didn't realise because I couldn't see with the glare of the sun. This gives you a better look of it. I'm definitely not going to pronounce his name again though. Camera keeps going in and out of focus. Good old phone. Anyway, let's leave him be. Oh, he's off. Well, after comedy hour, over there on the east side, trying to pronounce that spider's name. I'm pretty sure it's an orchard orb weaver. I don't know why that's such a mouthful. It's like some kind of tongue twister. Like she-shell, I can't even say that. What the hell? I don't know why I even bothered trying to do that one. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're heading down the west side. Hopefully we don't see anything with some weird name that I can't pronounce. So on we go. Down the West Dyke Trail. We're looking over there in the distance, the nest station. I can see a lone osprey over there. Cicadas are all the way down here as well. So anyway, I'm just seeing the one osprey on the nest this morning. Always like to check in on them as I come down this trail. Good to see. No, there's actually two. There's one on the main part of the nest and one right on the edge. Need to get my eyes tested. Anyway, good to see those guys. We'll check in on them again as we come back down. I can see another big spider. I'm not going to pronounce its name, but I'm going to try and get a photograph of it. But while I was filming and photographing that spider, the osprey that was on the nest, I presume it's one of the young ones, was really making a noise. Looked like one of the adults flew over and brought it in some food, and then it flew off again. So unfortunately I missed that, but just getting a quick bit of footage of the one that's on the nest now. Now unfortunately the sun's glaring pretty bad against the back of the camera, so I don't know if you'll see it here through the live view, but we'll get some footage from over there and zoom in there now. Seeing a few more dragonflies around now. It's warmed up quite a bit this morning. That heat is rising. Anyway, so I don't know what's going on with my mouth today. I can't seem to pronounce names, so hopefully we don't come across anything with too much of a complicated name. Complicated to me anyway. Crazy guy. Anyway, down we go. We'll head on down towards the end of the West Dyke Trail. There may or may not be anything down there, but we'll walk down there because you never know. One day to the next. Wildlife is totally unpredictable, as we've seen many times in these videos. So on we go. Fingers crossed. There's a great egret flying over there. Missed that coming around the corner. And the phone's probably not going to pick it up too well, but off it goes. Well, I'm not seeing much down here at the pool. The water level's a lot higher than it was last time now. There's an egret there in the distance. It looks like there's a great blue heron behind me in the tree. So I'm just going to zoom in, get a little bit of footage of him. And then I think I'll turn it around and head on back down towards Raptor Trail. See if anything's out over there. Now that it's warmed up a bit. Anyway, let's zoom in on this heron. Well, I'm just coming up at one of my favourite views here at the Refuge. This is, of course, down the west side. And you can hear a lot of noise going on. Frogs and insects. I mean, look at that. That is just stunning. Clear blue sky, reflecting on the calm surface. Beautiful sight. So there's loads of little tree frogs along the reeds here as well. I'm not going to photograph them, I'll be here all morning. Anyway, here's the view. Just wanted you to check it out. We've seen it a number of different times. We've seen it in the evening. We've seen it with the sunset. At the moment it's getting on to about 10 o'clock in the morning. And it still looks as stunning as ever. Now there wasn't much to see down the West Dyke Trail this morning, so I'm going to throw in a little video here from a few years ago. Just down the side here, I've actually got to film a common snapping turtle where she was laying her eggs. Just down this area here. It's changed a bit since then. They've got this little pullover bit here for the vehicles to come by. But anyway, I'm going to drop that footage in now. It's a common snapping turtle. Now as I'm heading to Raptor Trail, we've got a helicopter coming over, adding some background noise. But anyway, there's a cottonmouth wrapped up there just in front of the retention pole. First one we've seen this morning. And there's a second cottonmouth just a bit further down the boardwalk from the first one. So that's 2 this morning. Nice size one as well. Alright then guys, we're going to end the video with another one of these beautiful yellow garden spiders. That's how we saw the video in this morning. And so we're going to sign off with one as well. Beautiful colours in the sun. It's getting on for about 11 o'clock in the morning now, so I'm going to head on home. Alright then guys, that wraps it up for this video. We got to end it seeing those 2 cottonmouths down at the end of Raptor Trail. So that was our target species for this time of the day, so good to see those. Got to see quite an assortment today on our walk around, so hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Appreciate you for coming for the walk. So anyway, as always, thanks to everyone that subscribes to the channel. If this is your first video, then please think about subscribing, give the video a like, and also hit that notification bell to be notified of all new videos. And I will see you on the next one in 2 weeks' time. So take care, guys. Enjoy your wildlife photography. Take advantage of all that nature therapy. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.